So it's Wednesday morning. We had a lovely stay in the hotel, lovely breakfast, didn't we, girls?
Yes, bit of drama yesterday though.
Bit of drama? What was the drama yesterday?
Well, swollen leg, weird rash. I freaked out thinking it was a DVT. Had a chat to a doctor who said, no, he's got to go to the hospital and get an ultrasound. So it was an interesting experience all around there.
So I ended up at the hospital, and now my task is to find a pharmacy that has antivirals. Because apparently it's a virus. It's shingles. Woohoo! Lucky me.
Buongiorno Pellegrini.
We've been climbing steadily in the foothills of the Apennine Mountains now, and we've come up a little way, and it's a beautiful little walk through country, you know, farms and country estates. And there's Joe up ahead. Amy's left her iPads, AirPods rather, at the hotel, so she had to go back. It was about 1 kilometre. She's on the trail, and there's the signs we look for. Via Francigena. Steep hill, 11% obviously. And there's Helen up ahead, another pilgrim we met a number of days ago. We all travel at the same speed, so you tend to meet up with the same pilgrims. There's Alonso somewhere, either up ahead or behind too. It's about 12 kilometres since we left Fidenza, and we're ready for a break. The bells are ringing for 12 o'clock. So we left about 9:30, so it's not too bad going. 12 kilometres up in the foothills. There's definitely more up sections now that we're in the foothills. So we've definitely seen deer around. Jo thought she saw a fox this morning, and I've seen something in the creek that was, I don't know, a badger or something. I'm not sure if they have badgers. Some quite decent sized animal. Still going up the hill, and looking forward to seeing plastic chairs of some sort. Oh, we just walked up to about 300 metres high, and we'll reach the apex of this little hill, and now we go down, which is a lot easier, and into Cella, where our Donativo is for the night. Look at some of these views off into the distance, and the mountains in the background. It's beautiful. Wow, look at that. Wow. Vista there just suddenly goes down, doesn't it? Whooshka. Now we're down into the valley with this beautiful view. What comes up must go down, I guess. I nearly missed that one. I think it's going off here. Lovely little villages in the valley there. Somewhere there is Cella. And the fraternity Francesca di Bettina, where we're staying tonight. We had a very enjoyable afternoon and evening at Fraternita Francescana di Bettina. It was just outside of Cella, high up on the hill. We met Sister Cecilia and Father Roberto, and one of the fathers, Father Giuseppe, drove me into a nearby town so I could pick up my antiviral medications. Our room was lovely and spacious. We had 5 beds for the 3 of us, and the views from our bedroom window were great. We had a table at dinner and enjoyed eating with Father Roberto, who made us very welcome and told us the stories about the fraternity. This place included our accommodation, our dinner, and our breakfast, and it was all for a donation. It was wonderful. Another morning, leaving the fraternity. Franciscan fraternity, Britannia, I think, and it was lovely. That's a place that's the only order that's sanctioned by Rome that has men and women living equally. So that's lovely. I think we're going to go down this hill and then up that next hill just over there. So here we go. Up we go into the mountains, higher and higher. Hello. Hard going, but lovely walking up through these hills, isn't it? Yellow flowers. What is it, wheat? Or corn?
Canola.
Canola.
That's wheat and canola.
Wheat and canola. There you go. A resident Harry Butler. And we're going up to this, I don't know, some church and this big cross that we saw across the valley last night. The jet streams. Look at all the jet streams above us. Wow. Oh, there's the top of that little hill. And girls have taken their jumpers off. And now we walk along, I think, the spine of this little hill. So we've got a valley on either side of us. The path is looking pretty good. We followed the signs and had some fun along the way, taking some photos and enjoying the sights, like worn out boots discarded on signs. We met some of the locals. This one was really friendly. And continued on down the hill amid beautiful vistas until we could stop and have something to eat. And I could take my shoes off and ice my sore ankle for a while. So this is a typical thing we do. We stop and I'm having a coffee, a doppio cappuccino. It's a double cappuccino. And we get something to eat. This is a little bar. So I'm getting a toasted sandwich, there's pizza, there's croissants. So this is a little more like it. We have a toasted sandwich and a cup of coffee and just to sit down for a few minutes. Get our strength back. What do we got? Ham and cheese.
Mum and Dad have been having their fair share of challenges. I think my challenge just arrived. I dropped my camera, my little vlogging camera. I dropped it and it is well and truly kaput. So I'm feeling a little bit down, but luckily we have phones. Oh, what a bummer. I'm so sad. That camera's come with me on so many adventures. Bummer, bummer, bummer. The Camino gives you what you need in that moment. Maybe what I need is a new camera. Recording this to record the highs and the lows. Cause yeah. Okay, shall we try this out?
Let's.
Whoa. Ciao. Some serious Parma pride here. Parmesan cheese. We have Parma ham.
Where are you from?
Australia.
Oh,
Do you get
far.
Yes.
Do you get many Australians coming here?
I don't think so. No. You are the first. I think so. Why here?
For Via Francigena.
Via Francigena.
We're walking to Rome.
To Rome?
Yeah.
It's a long way.
Yes.
Yes.
It is.
I wouldn't be you. I don't like walking.
But we can eat all this ham along the way.
That's right.
It's good. All you can eat.
Recommend. What do you think is good?
This is typical from Parma.
Yeah, let's
Yes.
do it.
Big one or small one?
Just
This is typical you can find just in Parma.
Really?
Yes,
What's-
this kind of red.
What's the name of it?
Mica.
Mica.
Mica di pane.
Okay. Oh, this is going to be such a nice lunch.
wonderful.
Should we also get some Parmesan cheese? And so on the roll, we can have both Parma ham
Grazie, Paola.
and cheese. It's
It's
like Parma pride.
Speriamo che costi bene.
Very intense. The cheese is really intense.
It's not a sandwich
Not really
cheese?
sandwich cheese,
Oh.
no.
You can tell I've been lactose intolerant for 6 years.
I have some lovely mozzarella.
Well, I guess it's only appropriate when in the province of Parma, eat a lot of Parma ham. I think I have the feeling today, every meal, ham. Here we go. Picnic lunch for 3. We have some Parma ham, we have bread rolls, and we're gonna go over here where we found a little place in the shade to eat it. So it's going to be my second serving of ham for the day. Prosciutto, breakfast, lunch and dinner when you're in Parma.
When in Parma, eat ham.
Yeah.
They did get me a birra, so I know they love me. And let's see. Oh, look at that. Mozzarella. And what's this one? This feels like meat. What's your menu? You don't eat no meat.
It is the typical.
That's it?
This is the delicacy of the region.
Oh, that smells good.
Wow, that's a lot of ham. Wow. What do you think of the bread?
I think it's lovely. Look at this. This bit is soft. This bit crunchy.
But not too tough.
Not too tough. It doesn't spike you in the top of your mouth.
It's almost like a biscuit, and it goes so well with the softness of that ham.
It's like a bready biscuit.
Yeah.
Like a piece of bread on a cracker. It's delicious.
It's really nice.
Man, I mean, talk about a picnic. This is so amazing. Local bread, local ham that's famous around the world, and we're literally having it in the province that it's famous for. Yeah, sometimes I have to check myself and look around and remind myself, like, look where you are. Like, this is incredible.
Yeah,
Can't believe we're here and doing this. Italy. So nice.
Mangiare. We're walking alongside this river here, but it's the biggest evidence of the drought so far. See, there's almost no water in it. There's a little stream trickling through. It's very low. We've got this path in the wood, which is quite nice, better than walking on the road. And I'm meandering around and across the river soon. I'm not sure if it's this bridge or the next one. So that's the bridge in the distance we just walked under. And you can see there's not a lot of water in this river. There's a bit of a stream there and something managing to get through in the middle and maybe a little bit on the other side.
So we're just crossing over the river. It's, from what I've heard, been an exceptionally dry season here in Italy. They're in a period of drought, and as you can see by this river here, I mean, originally it's meant to go from this bank to that bank, but it's like completely dry. You've only got a little bit of a stream here, a little bit of a stream over there, but it looks like, according to the forecast, that there'll be 4 or 5 days of rain coming up, which I guess will be very good. Good for the country, not so good for us as pilgrims. Gonna have to get out that wet weather gear, but yeah, man, that's really crazy.
That looks like our end point for today, for Novo de Taro.
Anyway, let's get over this bridge, and that's our destination right there. That's where we're going to be staying tonight. Beautiful little town. Let's go. Okay, we've arrived. Beautiful town here. Ah, some Pellegrinis.
Here we are at the parochial albergo. We're checking in and we're getting our passport stamped, and we've met some other pilgrims, Julia and Alessandro, and we're getting stamps. Signora Paola is showing us the way.
So we have arrived to our room for the night. This is costing us 15 euros each. So pilgrim accommodation is typically quite cheap and usually offered by like the church or like a building around the church, and also makes a huge walk like this. Like, we're going to be walking for over 40 days. If it was hundreds of euros a night, it would be very non-affordable. Typically, the accommodation situation for pilgrims or people walking are on the cheaper side. You can find like this kind of shared accommodation, very basic, but like everything you need. We've got a shower and a bathroom over there, and Basically, once we arrive, we get into our chill clothes. So I have some loose pants here and some shoes. It feels so good to be out of my walking shoes. And we just spend the afternoon, you know, pottering around, doing some laundry, and then eventually finding a bar and a restaurant, which is, I guess, what we're going to do tonight as well.
Lana is like hand wash. So it's the gentle cycle. I think we use that number 4. 30 degrees.
Yeah.
What are that colour correctos?
I just have a look at Lana.
Lana's good.
Okay. The Pellegrinis are going to feed. So there's 8 of us tonight.
That we had only bumped into 2 pilgrims along the way so far. But suddenly in this town, there's a massive group of us and we're all going to go to dinner together somewhere in this town. It's so nice. It feels very communal now.
Communal.
Yeah, making
And
friends.
that's another thing about the Camino, walking past houses and dogs trying to attack you.
I've in the last few days, I felt like I was going to die from a dog attack, like many times. So many dogs. This is so nice. Yummy. There was an Italian at our table. I have learnt that gnocchi is kind of looked down upon. Gnocchi, yeah. Apparently,
It's not pasta.
yeah,
It's not pasta.
it's not.
Potato.
Yeah,
Potato.
he described it as a weekend pasta or like a
Monday-
party,
a Monday
Monday
pasta.
pasta.
Monday night classic.
I had tagliatelle.
I had homemade.
Tagliatelle?
Yes.
I also might have had some wines.
Yeah, Dad can't really speak right now, but anyway.
Medicinal.
Medicinal purposes
Yes.
only.
Yeah.
This is just like a typical kind of walking day for us.
Yeah.
Nothing too flashy, but yeah,
Everything's lovely.
everything's lovely and looking forward to the next 5 or so weeks of
Yeah.
walking left. Oh, this
This hill.
man, trying to.
It's a big hill.
It's a big hill. I'm getting fitter, but I'm still not fit.
I'm not sure we had that much wine. There's a lot of giggling going on. Hello. Another day of walking, and we're walking up into the mountains. Steep little road just behind the town we stayed in, Fornovo de Terra. So you can see the bridge there we came in on and the river, not without much water. We stayed down there near the church. You can see the spire. We're going up, I think it's 1,500 metres up and 800 metres down. So I think we end up close to 1,000 metres today. So everybody walks at their own pace. Sometimes we walk together, but it's a big hill this morning and Amy's got plenty of energy. Joe's recovering from a cold and I've got my sore leg, so we're spread out a little bit, but we catch up periodically and see how each other's going. We got up to about 300 metres and we've just come down the other side of the hill into this beautiful valley. Birds in the trees. Lovely tree-lined path. No cars. It's one of the things, we've just come up Mount Manga, which is behind us. So Mount Manga's behind me and 359 metres. So it's not, you know, insignificant. And then we go straight back down again. And it's like, oh, couldn't we have kept that elevation? Just hovered over there, 350. We're going to do the 350 again. And then behind this hill, we're reaching, you know, around about 1,000 metres today. So I would say it's somewhere around there. So there are the girls walking down strongly past fields with wheat and canola. The morning sun on our left there. Lovely. Nice blue skies. A little bit of cloud cover. Apparently it's raining tomorrow in the next few days. So it's hopefully not. So we just come to these little towns, and we walk through the towns, and hoping, you know, sometimes there's a little cafe or something we can stop at. Howdy. Look at this path. This is a little bit different. Narrow little path in the field. Very narrow. What do you think about that?
Beautiful.
What about your supplies you bought today?
How good were they?
What we had focaccia?
We had focaccia.
An apple? An orange?
Orange. It was perfect.
Perfect. And now my pack is like a kilo lighter. We just found this little place. We're going to have a rest for pilgrims. I think that says. Bells tolling, or were tolling in the background. Lovely little spot to stop for a few minutes. Well, we're coming up slowly. That's the little town we were just in a minute ago. The path winding up into the Apennine Mountains. We're about 450 metres. Path still going up. Little rocky Via Francigena path. We turn off now. Oh, okay.
Lovely.
That's up.
Alrighty.
On your bike, sunshine. Actually,
I wouldn't go up this way.
I'm not sure you'd go this way with a bike.
I think the bike should go that way.
Yeah. It's a nice little hill.
Hill, yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. I think we can call it a mountain. Yeah. So, filling up from our water bottles from the local fountains. Hey, do you reckon it was pointing this way or that way? This way.
There's even a sign right there.
Yeah, I saw the sign of fit.
Here.
Oh, there's one there. Okay. Oh. I was looking at the old one over the other side. Crossing streams. We have come up a fair way. We're nearly at 800 metres. So we're coming into some sort of little township. We think that might be a trattoria up there, so there hasn't been anything open all day, so it'd be very nice if there was something open there. Oh, we've had some ups and downs, hills today, haven't we? And now we're walking through a pine plantation, which is always nice. It's very soft underfoot. The pine needles. It's usually cool. But there's a wind going up this valley that's pretty cool anyway, so. But yeah, it's just a bit different. It's nice. Oh, jeez. Oh! Yes. Try to concentrate. So, the path is down there, but let's go over here for a minute and just see what there is to see. Wow, look at that valley. Villages off in the distance. Is that wind quite warm, isn't it?
I don't know, it's very close to me.
What do you think? Nice?
I think that's 10 on.
Wow, the wind's blowing. We're right on the edge of this cliff.
Dad, I'm nervous for you.
I'm nervous for me too. We're going to drop no, not a kilometre, 100 metres in a very short time down this ravine. It's very, very steep. And then we've got a little bit more to go up, and then we should reach our destination for the day. How's that coming down that hill?
Oh,
That was steep.
that was really, really...
From up there to down here, very steeply.
Oh my lordy, that was... Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we had some fun today.
And I especially had to dig deep. I had to really dig real deep.
So, what is it, 4:30? And we're just coming into town. I think we've got our albergo somewhere in there. Amy just told us it's about 400 metres to the albergo. So we've done 1,500 metres elevation and 890, I think, 870 down for a combined total of, we started about 150 metres high and we're now about 800. So there we go. And it's been, what, 21.5 kilometres, but it's not been an easy 21.5 kilometres. It's probably hard. It's one way to describe it. We were really tired by this stage. Joe and I were walking slowly and just thinking how much further to get there. Amy kept giving us a countdown. 400 metres, 300 metres, 200 metres. Coming into town now, under the archway. There she is. She's done it. She struggled. But she didn't stop. Well, we stopped, but she didn't give in. She did it. Look at how pretty this street is. Oh, very happy to be here. Well, almost here. It's been a difficult day. It's up in the mountains and up and down. Oh, it's a beautiful little town. Look at this street we're walking through. It's beautiful, isn't it? That's our place, that red stuff place. Here we are at the Ostello di Casio. It's a movie star. Oh la la. We're getting our passports, our credentials stamped and dated. So we check in. We were all very tired, but very glad to get into Casio and into the lovely albergo that we had read about, the big red building on the side of the hill. We dressed our wounds and our feet and went out to dinner to see a beautiful sunset setting across the mountains across the valley below us. The dinner was one of the best we'd had on the trip so far, but unfortunately we took no photos or videos. This is quite a nice area, the lounge room, but we just had our breakfast. And there's the office in there, our shoes. We stayed in room 2. And this is the room we had for the 3 of us. Actually 5 beds, but it's nice with just the 3 of us. We could all have a lower bed, and there's a toilet and a shower in there. We just left Casio, and we've had a lazy start to the day, really. We all needed a rest after the long day yesterday, so we got up after 8 and it's now 10:03, so we've just started, and it's probably our latest start so far on the trail. So but we're walking along with views on both sides through little villages and farms, and it's lovely.
That ridge there.
Okay, which ridge? That ridge with
It's
the
a
rock.
rocky ridge, yeah, that looks like teeth.
Yeah, what's it called?
Gigante dente, giant teeth.
Giant teeth.
Yes.
It's starting to rain, which is a bit of a bummer. But hopefully it only sprinkles. I'll have to get the umbrella out soon, but this narrow path is not the easiest one for that. But I was just saying to Joe, you know, wide paths with rocky is okay. Narrow paths that are smooth are okay. But narrow paths that are rocky leave very little room for error. And then you're into the side. But it's hard not to look at the view and get distracted. And then you step on a rock and roll your ankle. And you have to keep your wits about you a little bit. So we'll start our ascent to the Sissa Pass, crossing the Apennine Mountains. Just walking through the little village of Castelloncio. Lovely little village. The pilgrims' routes dotted by little villages like this that you just walk through and marvel at the, you know, the old buildings, stone, and there's some new ones obviously, but so many of the old stone buildings that are so lovely. Here we go, look, we've just come to this little thing and it says something, but there's a little stamp inside. Look at that, we're going to stamp our credentials. There we go, Castelloncio. There we go. Really hard.
That's better.
That's better. We'll close the little door. There's music in the background. The mailboxes are cute. And sometimes on the Via, we reach little impasses like this. So it's very nice that they provide a ladder. Oh, this could be very unpleasant.
Just watch out for the barbed wire.
Oh, that's all I need.
On the back.
Yeah, your back. Watch your pack, it's on the stick. There you go.
Use the handles. They're stronger. Yeah. I just had a seat, mind my own business. Suddenly realised there's ants all over me. I sat on their nest. They were not happy. We've come up a fair way. That was a good hill.
Yeah. That's the beach.
But there it is. There's our town. Well, a town for lunch, that is. And it's not our town. I mean, walk through it. Don't own it. But we're going to own a bit of pasta in a minute. Tell you what. There's a little bit of just a kicker just before lunch. We know we're going down to Bercato or Benicato or Burano or something B. And we're going to lose all this altitude. But before we do, we just go up a little bit. Still got about a 5-minute walk to Berceto. This huge rock wall there, probably I don't know, hundreds of years old, probably part of the fortified city. But we're going off this way because Amy has found a lunch spot. This is a nice part of the day. We find a place for lunch, we turn off, and look, old stone building. This is nice. Trattoria Locanda. So we're starting our meal. I've got tortellini. And Mum, what have you got?
I've got the leek and potato pie with pancetta.
And Amy's got a salad. That's an interesting street. E. coli. Where do you live? I live in Shit Street. Okay, we had a lovely lunch. We're full. I had pasta and ribs. Amy had ribs and salad. Joe had pie and steak. Had wine and water and bread, and we're ready to go. We've got a hill that I think that might be it in front of us there, 300 metres up. But we are replenished and quite content. We're definitely up in the clouds now and see wisps of clouds drifting through the top of those trees. Almost like smoke as we get higher and higher. We're over 1,000 metres high now. Oh, literally a walk in the clouds. Okay, it's even getting denser now. So across the Apennine Mountains at the Sissa Pass. I'm going to get to Ostello di Sissa in about a kilometre. We'll do Passo di Sissa tomorrow morning sometime. Yes, it's slippery, it's muddy, and it's cloudy. And it's, when the wind goes through, like now, the water from the leaves I think is falling down on us. So I don't know if you call that rain or something else. Still getting us wet. The girls are just up ahead and I almost couldn't see them. Wow. Is it snowing, did you say? Snowing? I thought you said it's snowing.
No, I said you look like a zombie.
Oh, I look like a zombie. Oh, great. With my poxy leg.
No, it's like the figure of you on the horizon coming through the smoke, like something out of a horror film.
Great. Thanks very much.
Not you specifically, your figure.
Dig deeper.
Oh.
That's a nice feeling. Is that a nice feeling, hon? Coming onto the albergo. Doesn't look too dissimilar to the one we stayed at last night, does it? The same sort of colour scheme. It is Ostello Sissa, and probably there. There we go. Yeah. She was previously over on that bunk, which moved from side to side, and Amy said it felt like it was about to collapse and probably would kill Helen underneath. So she moved her bed down there and she's much happier. And Joe's here and I'm here. And another beautiful morning walk through the Apennine Mountains. We had an early start today, about 7:30. We're on our way to Pontremoli. Pontremolo? Pontra something. I wasn't quick enough to get my camera out, but we just saw a deer across at the deer crossing. It seems like the cloud is clearing, and the weather app at least is saying less chance of rain, so that's all the positives. It's good. It's windy up here, at least it's not raining. Lovely views, look at that. Still walking along this ridge here. The views on both sides.
check out this view. Whoa! So beautiful. About to start walking downhill. Yay!
Alright, we're going down from here. I think this goes down from close to 1,000 metres to, I think we go down to 400 metres again, don't we? Very steep going. Some little drops up there. It's flattening a little bit out here, makes it a bit easier, but when they're like 1 or 2 foot drops, it's very easy to lose your footing. This was a beautiful and memorable walk, especially along that ridge, but coming down the 700 metres vertical descent was tricky and difficult, and we were grateful when we found a cafe where we could sit and replenish our energy and have what was a really lovely meal with some of the local typical cuisine of the area, the pastas, and of course a drink or two. After a good rest, we walked on and made our way into Pontremoli, a lovely town with lots of colours, a castle on the hill, and our stop for the night. We were keen to get there. Just walking into the Ospitale now. Ospitale Cappuccino, and we've organised our beds for the night, so we'll soon see what we've got, but we'll be happy to put our bags down for a while. So this is our room for the night. Got the 3 beds and sheets. The girls are over there at the gelateria deciding what to get, and I've just sat down on a table here in the square just underneath the church tower and the clock. Here we go. We've got our gelatos.
Just finished a gelato. The man is playing his harmonica. We're in this beautiful town square.
Just walked into this bar from the street and it is so cute. Oh, look at this place. And it's got the most, look at this. You can have Nutella with these beautiful, almost pasta-like things. And souffle, chocolate souffle. Oh, and have a look at this. How gorgeous is this? All these lovely, gorgeous elves. Oh. And to top it all off, it's right over the river, which you can see right there. That is so cool.
That's the castle, far up on the hill, past the Duomo there. It's beautiful, it's lit up over the river, River Magna I think it is, and down on the other side. Beautiful village, or beautiful town I suppose. We're walking out of the Ospitale to A little bit of rain. It's lovely little walk through this town, isn't it?
Beautiful, very, very charming town.
We had a
Best afternoon yesterday.
nice stop. Sorry?
Had the best afternoon yesterday. It was beautiful. Gelato, coffee, good dinner. Lovely.
We had some nice coffee this morning. Went back to the same place. Its coffee was really good. A cappuccino doppio is our go-to now, isn't it? That's the first sign of a little bit of snow up there. It's not much, but up on the mountains. And on the other side, you can see the windmills. Wow, lovely little town we're going past. Okay. Just raining a little bit, so we're walking through this town.
I remember like the rain.
The cow came over to us, walked in the fields, and now is walking with us. Come on. Oh look, he's licking you.
You can smell the croissant from earlier.
Probably.
So cute.
This is my croissant.
Huh?
He's walking with us.
Oh, he's coming to the fence. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, darling. Sorry, sweetie.
All right.
Very friendly local.
Bye-bye.
Arrivederci.
We walked past this one, this turn off. It's lucky Joe saw it. It's through here. Little town again. Oh, there we go. It's a very cute street. We're just walking into Filetto, the end of our walk. We've done a few extra kilometres today, but probably about 20 for a 17, 18 kilometre walk, but it doesn't matter. We had a lovely lunch. It's been a bit wet, a bit slippery. We're coming through the arch. And there's places on this street. This is our place. Antica. What is it?
Shining
Oh,
on.
night and shining on. Look. Oh. Nice. Is that that's not the bell that's going though. But this is our room, just above the piazza. It's a veritable piazza.
Should have shown it before we did the laundry.
Probably. But now, we're down to no clean undies. And it was
Pretty
no clean undies, no socks. But this is a nice suite we've got here, and we've got all the stuff on the heating rails there.
That left open.
Dad can hardly walk down the stairs.
Okay, we'll leave this open because
We're all in our finery,
I'm coming from that way.
going out to dinner. I have to lift my feet up or I can shuffle.
Good shuffle.
It's Tuesday morning. We walked out of the bed and breakfast place. Joe's having a day off today. Her toes are a bit sore. Just crossing the bridge now. We've got about 15.5 kilometres to do, and Amy and I have started off on a cracking pace. Crossing the river. And we're walking from Filetto to Aiulla today. And hopefully that cloud doesn't dump on us and the weather clears today, apparently. We're just walking through this little town, and that must be part of the original city walls that guarded the place. People are living in them and living life. But wow, look at that. Wow, really interesting. Very high. Starting our ascent. We came across a little rest stop along the way, and we took full advantage of it and had some jam and crackers that we had brought with us from our previous night. Nice little waterfall. Walking along a thin trail that's a little bit slippery at times in the rain. It's cleared up mostly, but I don't think I'll film down here because I'm going to fall. The albergo in Aiulla was your typical albergo with bunk beds. It was very functional, but very crowded. There was a big group of Italians that had just come in for a 3-day walk. We enjoyed our afternoon aperitivo and the extras that they would bring for us, chips and dips and little bites of stuff to eat. We went out to the local restaurant and shared a meal with Helen, another pilgrim. We were rather lucky to get a table as the restaurant was pretty full with the large Italian group that had joined recently. We got back to the crowded albergo and were glad we had our earplugs with us. Well, it's Wednesday the 3rd of May and I'm walking out of Aiulla. I've got about 17.5 kilometres to go to Sarzana, and it's got a 300 metre hill. It comes down a bit and then goes up to 500. So I've got a bit of work to do. Joe's taking a day off because of her toes, and Amy's gonna help her today, so that's good. So I'm on the trail. I'm coming into a little village, and there's some goaties. Them little goats. Meh. Hello. Hello. I know. Hello. Meh. Hello. Looks like an albino goat. You're very nice. Are you a very nice goat? Ah, lovely views across the valley. I was just at that little, well, I wasn't at the town, but I was saying hello to the goats just outside that town. Come down quickly on the road into this valley, and I think I've got a bit more down to go, and then the big one. It's a nice sunny day. It's not too warm. I was about to say it's a nice quiet road without cars, but cue the car. I'm just walking through this cute little village called, I think it's Vegeta, something like that. What's that one? Sarzana? Pontremoli. No, I want to go to Sarzana, so I think it's up here. Oh, look at this. It's like going into a cave. I think somewhere over there is the mountain that I've got to go up. It's 500 metres, and that's the last mountain before the plains. And I should get my first glimpse of the Mediterranean from there. So, on we go. This way. come up a fair way. Not sure you can see through the scrub there. I'll try and get a view somewhere. I feel like I'm getting close to seeing the other side. Yep. It's an interesting place for a sign. Here we go. My first little glimpse of the ocean. That must be Sarzana down there. So I think I've reached the top. Now I've got to come down. Some horses over there. Coming into this little town. And I'm hoping there's going to be a little cafe open or something. Hoping I see some plastic chairs or something that's open, but no. This is the way to Sarzana. Down this way. The nice easy path couldn't stay like that for the whole way. Had to get into this steeper and rocky bit. I've come down the hill and I'm on the flat walk into Sarzana now along the canal, which is blue. Not quite sure why, but it's fairly blue. Waiting for me, the end of the road. Oh, look at this piazza. It's great. Oh, they're videotaping me. Videotaping them.
We are literally cooking this meat on a stove.
Just making sure it's cooked to my liking.
That's so cool.
I've got these things here to put on it. We had a wonderful meal in Sarzana. Cooked our own meat on hot rocks, plate full of mussels, lots of pasta, and everything to go with it. It was really fun. The girls had found us a lovely apartment to stay in, and while doing the laundry, we could hear opera singers practicing upstairs just near us. It was truly wonderful. We had a walk around town, rested, and enjoyed ourselves, and prepared for the start of week 3.